Yo, what's up guys, Nakama here, and we're going to be ranking Yu-Gi-Oh! Formats today. I could have made a tier list about this, but nah, I don't think so. It's kinda hard to talk about the formats by just signifying a card to them. It's probably just better to write their name, and I honestly think this is a more simpler way to do it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has seen a lot of different formats, and I kinda wanted to just talk about what I liked about them, some of them why I also dislike some of the formats. The first format is Legend of Blue Eyes. This is the actual format that I quite seen a lot despite not playing it that much. I actually did play it, but unfortunately certain progression series, they don't usually draw all the cards. We don't usually see a lot of full power of the Legend of Blue Eyes decks, despite the fact that so many people play this little format so much. But I think Simo's History of Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos will help me a lot. Probably remember what the hell was going on during this time period. This format is not the worst thing ever. It's fine. I think what's really makes this format at least not suck ass is the fact that free Dark Hole, free Raigeki, it makes removal really good. Okay, Skull Red Bird was the strongest monster here, and I thought, oh yeah, Summon Skull was going to be the next format. And I'm not going to talk about every single freaking set and consider it to be a separate format. I'm just going to talk about the formats that I think are the most popular. It's either or popular formats that are currently people recognize and remember, like the current Kashtira versus Labyrinth and branded format, the current Kashtira format, the current, the previous Tier 0, Tier Element format, stuff like that, and also very iconic formats like Teledad, Dragon Ruler era, blah blah blah, Necros format, something like that. This format is fine. It's the very first format. It's very bare bones, but it's it's cute. There's not a whole lot of complicated thing. You can someone who's kind of an idiot can just play this game. People who just don't like to read can really play this game format and have a little fun time. Personally, for me, it's a little too simplistic. If I want to play something, I kind of want to do some complicated shenanigans. I really don't want to do something that just feel like I'm wasting time doing simple stuff. It's not that great, honestly. I think it's the D tiers. F tier is something like where it's something like unplayable. Maybe it's C tier, who knows? Started Attack Yugi and Kaiba, also probably better. It's way better. I mean, look at this. With change of heart and stuff. Okay, D tier is probably these two structure decks really helped out. Probably these two it's a little bit better. And I also really much enjoy the aspect of tribute monsters being a thing. Summon Skull is a pretty cool card. World Evolution also is a pretty cool card. This new structure decks definitely added a few interesting cards. And Change of Heart is really cool. It's not broken, at least currently, in this format. Okay, maybe I'm going to just talk about this. I don't really care to rank some of the other one. I just think this format kind of sucks. So just to create more diversity, I'm just going to mention this Magic Ruler format. I think it's F tier. Magic Ruler was such a oppressive new set with so many bullshit hand-ripped cards, rewards going first. I don't know why they keep trying to copy Pokemon with this set. They probably realized that the TCG doesn't matter. It couldn't matter, and it could have just delayed these cards due to considering it to be kind of rubbish, but they didn't. In the OCG metagame, they sort of tried to copy the Pokemon TCG, and Pokemon TCG also had a lot of hand-flipping cards. The funny part is that the Pokemon TCG people complained about it, but Konami didn't listen and straight up copied the Pokemon TCG around that time. It's so weird. These cards are just not very fun or healthy at all. Confiscation is fine at one maybe, but everything else is super busted. Oh yeah, Magical Scientist format. Yeah, man, people who would say they enjoy old school Yu-Gi-Oh! They definitely never talked about the old school metagame, because some of these are not fun at all. To be fair, it's not just FTK, so it's kind of wrong. With Magical Scientist, there are some beatdown stuff, but hand destruction, I guess there are certain options, so it's not the worst thing. But even then, it's kind of hard, right? magical scientist for FK is still probably one of the better strategies. And even if you're not playing magical scientist, what you're playing now is that super amazing. I mean, this is fine. It's not like the worst, the end of be all. So in that sense, it's probably maybe even better because they banned all the hand rip cards during this period of time, right? Oh no, there's the. I mean, they at least limited all three of them. Putting this at F tier probably might not be the greatest idea because there is some merit to this, and I hope that I'm not making any mistake because this is yeah. I think the unfortunately, did they even play this FTK? Oh yeah, they did. Here it is, and yeah, it's too strong. It's very strong and too annoying. They probably limited these to one. Vision of Chaos format. It's oh my god, it's weird. This format is kind of weird because this format could have been really fun on a raw casual level where people both by version of this format will be great because you wouldn't have BLS and Chaos Emperor Dragon. So you just mostly have Chaos Sorcerer as a common. And Chaos Sorcerer is a much more balanced, lot cooler version of this card. Unfortunately, when you're in a tournament, when you have free BLS and free Chaos Sorcerer, it's kinda BS and also Yara Grasu lock. Another F tier, unless I'm sorry. I know, this is a very iconic format. People love it. It's so busted, and it's not very fun. Mainly because Chaos Emperor Dragon is such a piece of shit. Not even BLS. BLS, as broken as it is, as OTK as it is, has counterplay. Like it has to attack. It even banishes your stuff. It doesn't outright win you the game. You can like snatch steal the opponent's BLS. You can mirror force it. You can solemn. I mean, you can solemn judgment the Emperor, but like you can change. You can out BLS, but Emperor Dragon is such a piece of shit that it immediately uses its effect to make everyone discard a card, blow out the field, and just use Witch's effect to insta win with Yara Grasso, and that's not very fun. I really don't like the insta wing stuff. Do people even care about this? Lost Millennium, Flaming 13, not a whole lot happened. I mean, I actually kind of really like these formats, probably because they kind of balance it out. Yeah, they didn't release Goat, huh? Okay, let's talk about Goat. I know people absolutely love this format, and it's definitely the most popular formats of all time. I mean, legacy formats of all time. This format's fine, but here's the problem. Delinquent Duo is still there. As much as you people want to like say, oh, it doesn't really matter if it's limited and you always don't draw it. Yeah, but when you draw it, it kind of sucks. And you also have a Magician of Faith to loop Delinquent Duo. I don't think Moth is the problem card here. I think Delinquent Duo itself is the problem. It's just that Moth kind of makes these broken cancerous cards, spell cards, even more broken because you can cycle them. Slash Steel is fine. I would rather not have it here, but it's fine. Gold is a nice defensive but tool. I actually kind of like this usage of the Metamorphosis, yeah. This card's pretty cool because you usually just use it to summon Relink. Thousand Eyes Restrict, and a Thousand Eyes Restrict is it's a fair card. It's an out to BLS. It's an out to a lot of. I think all the cards like Relinquished and the Thousand Eyes Restrict are kind of cool because you just out an opponent's big bungus. If the opponent didn't play and overcommit, cards are not that good, so it's balanced in that sense. And also Monarch is here. Monarch's pretty cool. It's a bit bricky, but it's a really cool addition to the format, and I definitely enjoyed. One thing though, they definitely did not ban BLS. I'm pretty sure. I played Go format quite a bit, and BLS is still here. In terms of like balancing issues, this format definitely has those. First of all, Graceful Pot, Delinquent Duo, these are like strong. It's impossible to balance them because of how strong they are. It's possible to have these cards be field balanced if there were more other broken stuff in this format. As things as they are, I think these three cards are just so busted. And drawing these cards are always going to be good. Having them in your deck is always going to be good. So that's it's a bit of creates this bit of an uneven ground where you're unable to search. And this is an old school format, so you can't just search part of grid or search your other cards. So it's this uneven part where your top decks and your draws and your starting hand really matters. People kind of try to say, "Oh, starting hand in this game doesn't matter." It does. In this format, it does matter a lot. If you like open Graceful into pot into Delinquent Duo and you just like then cycle that Delinquent Duo with Magician of Faith, then yeah, that's game over. And if you also draw into BLS at the right time, then the game's also over. So there's a little bit of an uneven thing. There's no way I'm going to say it's worse than like a starter deck Yugi and Kaiba. It's definitely a good format, but I don't know. I could put it at B, maybe, but nah. Like some of the modern formats, I actually really enjoy. Go format is fine. Reaper format though, Reaper format. I'm not going to talk about the Cyber Dragon format. Who cares? Reaper format is what happened when after they banned a lot of shit. They banned BLS finally, for fuck's sake. That card is just so much stronger than whatever else was available at the time. I think they banned also Chaos Sorcerer. No way, no shot. Oh yeah, different dimension was a thing also.
Lackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning,
Oh.
Sinister Serpent, Tribe Infecting Virus, Delinquent Duo, Graceful Charity,
Yeah, they
Pot
banned a
Three,
lot of
Force,
yeah. Custom should be definitely be banned.
and Ring of Destruction were all now banned from
Huh? They banned Mirror Force. I swear to God, I somehow played Mirror Force in a Reaper format there.
sanctioned competitive play. Magician of Faith, Night Assailant, Thousand Eyes
Maybe I was
Restrict,
cheating.
Tsukiyomi, Book of Moon, Book of Taiyu, Confiscation, Dark Hole, Limiter Removal, Metamorphosis, Nobleman of Crossout, Scapegoat, and Exchange of the
Oh, so yeah, they do play Chaos Sorcerer here. Yeah, it should definitely be available. And Cyber Dragon, free copies. Yeah, this format's good. I definitely like it more than Go, definitely, because the balancing was really good. Unfortunately, they had confiscation still, and also Cyberstein. I think they released it around this time too, with Cybernetic Revolution, and this OTK enabler is not very fun, but it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't really ruin the game. It is actually the strongest version of deck in general. Plus it's just one single card, and it also got limited. So yeah, free Cyber Dragon, free Reaper, pretty cool stuff. Dark Magician of Chaos is a balanced card, and it never should have been errated. It's such bullshit, especially like in modern terms. Like even if we pop this errata, this card will be bad. Inzo is fine, Chaos Sorcerer is fine. This format's just fine, except this card. Yeah, Return from different dimension. It's kind of crazy, but it's also like not that. I mean, I guess it's fair when both players do it. You can also use this sort of defensively, at least this version. So yeah, there's some like EU parts here too, and I guess Exchange of the Spirit also is the thing. Yeah, but I mean, didn't they limit this, or why is MBT playing it like that? You should, if you had free copies, you should play free copies. But yeah, I think this format is still fine. I think certain things like such as different dimension might have been limited, so making it much better. So yeah, Reaper format, B tier. In terms of game design, it's pretty cool too, because Cyber Dragon is a combat card, and Reaper is a cool defensive card, and that can also be outed really easily if you just both people wait and draw into their cards. And Swords, I think, wasn't just good enough. I think so. We didn't see play. Chaos Sorcerer, you can also, it's now also an out, so that's pretty cool. It's just a way more balanced version of BLS. Yeah, they never should have printed BLS and Chaos Emperor, because this card alone is fine, and it's a healthy addition to the format. Heavy Storm is fine. Everything else is kind of fine. Reasoning is cool. It's kind of based. It can be very aggressive, but it's also kind of fine. But yeah, these dimension stuff is kind of like icky. it can lead to an ODK and stuff. Overall, not bad. I think Snatch Steal was also legal, definitely legal in this format. Yeah, but it's fine mainly because like you can always Snatch Steal your opponent's Cyber Dragon, and then it also gets popped. So I think it's fine. Yeah, it's a bit of a removal, and it's one of the strongest cards in this format, but I don't think it necessarily breaks the game as much as BLS and Chaos Emperor did. So yeah, I think the balance around this time is really good. Confiscation, I think is legal as well. Yeah, DD Warrior stuff is pretty cool too. You can just yeah, this for Bazoo is a pretty cool card. You can banish it and then use return from a different dimension to summon all those banished cards. And that strategy is strong. It's really strong, but I don't think it's like format breaking. And yeah, this format might have been better without the whole return from the different dimensions and stuff. But I think it's fine. It's honestly fine. And then a whole bunch of formats where nothing really happened. Sidra OTK, Chimera take over Dragon. Yeah. This is the Chimera take over Dragon FTK. Blah blah blah. And let's just keep on going. Like, it's not the worst thing ever. But I really just think it's F. Okay, maybe F is kind of like mean. E is E. And besides, it's D after E. E after D, and you're just trying to like draw into your stuff as fast as possible with the greed cards. And then use Future Fusion. Such a busted card. Do I even count this format like Ryza format? Is that how it is? It's not really popular for me to care. Okay, maybe lad format I could ever talk about it. Also, what the hell is the first ever tier 0 format? As the Invasion of Chaos wasn't a tier 0 format. And technically Legend of Blue Eyes was also a tier 0 format, since it's just Raigeki, Dark Hole, and also the monsters with the highest attack. But you know, the game was just starting out, so it's kind of like cruel to just say, this is tier 0. Okay, maybe let's talk about this format. I'm honestly kind of ill-informed about this format. I'm not well-informed. Lad format. I don't think it's as bad as the Invasion of Chaos format, simply because Lad isn't that hard to out, and it doesn't like mess with the cards in your hand at all. Yeah, you just make Lad. And yeah, I'm not really a big fan of this towers type of format where you just rely on this one big bongus. And if you manage to protect it, protect your presence of your field, then you kind of like auto win. But I don't think Lad is that hard of a monster to out. It's once per chain, right? So you can just bait the Lad. I mean, also you don't have any control over it. Or maybe it's just after the right item. So it kind of negates both players' stuff, and you also don't have an option as to... I actually don't think you get to choose.
I want to take Cyber Dragon then. We'll walk into the Snipe Hunter. Okay, so I will take 600 from that. Well, I'm not dead. I'm just dying. Right, I will set one. You're good to go. Okay, I will draw for turn. That's pretty good, but I do have Light and Darkness Dragon. All right, we'll send Light and Darkness in. Okay, so on attack declaration, I'm going to activate enemy controller. I'm going to target your Light and Darkness Dragon to switch it to defense.
Okay,
and that is going to negate. And then
yeah, that's still gonna get negated because it has to negate. The player doesn't get a choice.
Under the necessary attack to get over my Cyber Dragon. That is correct. So that will out the Light and Darkness Dragon.
And it also attacks, so yeah. So it's not that hard to out. So yeah, I think Lad format is kind of fine. And tier 0. Okay, I'm going to separate that and tell that format. Okay, this format. Okay, this is kind of like getting really. Okay, here's the thing. I actually don't hate this format. Yeah, that is an extremely strong card, but unlike some of the F tier stuff, it doesn't OTK you with Chimera like over Dragon. It's not the entire part of the deck isn't just the OTK. Even if you summon a Dark Arm Dragon, you don't just automatically win the game because your opponent could also be destroy you with their Dark Arm Dragon. And in the mirror match, it's actually kind of skillful. It's also not like Invasion of Chaos or Magical Scientist where you just auto win the game, and also it's not like Magic Ruler where going first you just don't automatically win. So yeah, not a whole lot of auto win stuff. Still some skill based strategy. Jeez. Yeah, no way it's better than Go format, but yeah, that tier 0 is probably something like this. Oh yeah, also Crush card was legal, so yeah. This format, it's not the greatest thing ever. There are certain cards that I just don't enjoy. I mean, Dark Knight Dragon is fine, but I just kind of wish there were more ways to survive from that. Maybe Battle Fader will, if it was in this format, it will be really helpful. Um, Unfortunately, that's not the case. And also, Trap does shoot card destruction, card virus, the virus card, and stuff like that. It makes it kind of an eh. But other than that, there aren't really much problematic cards. That is a really strong card, but it's just that strong. I don't think it's unhealthy. It can be fun even if it's technically a tier 0 format. Tier 0 formats can be fun if the format itself, the card itself are fun to play, and I think that is kind of fun to play too.
Chris Bowling's first place gladiator.
So yeah, the next format is the you know what? I think this format is actually kind of dope. Like, in all honesty, I think that versus Glad Beast. This format is pretty cool because that in and of itself is a decent deck. It just didn't have any competitors. But with the limited that, yeah, wait, is that limited actually? It should be. I think that's probably why it lowered in power level, right? Oh no, it wasn't. It's still at 3 and still kind of lost to Gladiator Beast. Yeah, huh. That's kind of weird. I think my memory is kind of wrong, but Glad versus that, pretty cool format. Mainly because Gladiator Beast is such a cool concept, and I think Konami did a really good job of making a skill-based format. It's so almost the start of like a modern deck, right? They realized that okay, it will be much cooler if players had more options and things they can like special summon from the deck without just relying on their draw purely. So there's a lot of more strategies to these cards, and when a cards and decks have options and things they can do more, then it's way cooler. And also, finally, we get to use the fusion deck. Finally, they made it a fusion archetype that's not complete dog shit. It's pretty cool. I really like Glad Beast. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool archetype, and do I even think it's worse than Reaper format? Huh. I actually might put it here. That was Glad. Okay, so with the introduction of the Duelist Genesis, a lot of cool synchro monsters were introduced. But unfortunately, it kind of... Why did this happen?
Several months.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of good dark tuners that kind of beat out the Glads. It's a very interesting format, and as much of a tier 0 format this is, it's actually really cool. And I also think my impression of it is kind of skewed by this game, because these games were also really good too. The everything Simu did. But first of all, Gores is such a great card design because it's one of the cards that are comeback heavy and also defensive in nature, and that really helped in stopping OTKs from happening.
A very good way to manipulate the number of darks in the graveyard that we don't really have access to. There's not enough.
Without Gores, this format will be an OTK festival.
Monsters to consistently pitch for that card.
Also, yeah, they never limited that, and also the synchro pool definitely managed to make the game much more strategic. I think the Synchros era was a really good time for Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a really shame that people were quitting despite the fact that the game that they were playing was actually improving in terms of complexity despite the tier 0 name. I mean, yeah, it kind of made it sense that people left because this Teledad format lasted for like 7 months. It's a tier 0 format, and it kind of sucks in that sense. But I think you can't deny that the mirror was actually much more cooler. So it's actually it's a lot more difficult to analyze and talk about. Yeah, I think it's probably around here. I know people are going to ship me for putting Teledad format above Goat format, but I kind of have to. Goat format has just certain cards that I really don't like, such as Delinquent Duo, Confiscation. BLS was too strong. it kind of has some other, and also it has library FTK. I kind of wonder, yeah, Simo and MBT just kind of didn't put library FTK in there, but library FTK was one of the better decks in the Ghost format, and I kind of know that, so so in that sense, I really don't like it. There's a lot of cards and decks that I just don't like or enjoy at all. And tell that as much of a tier 0 format as it is, oh yeah, card of safe return is here, but it's not, it doesn't feel that broken for some reason. They definitely should ban this. An emergency teleport is a fine card. Yeah, it's kind of busted, but you know, it's fine. And Krebons it's a fine card. It's also a very defensive card, so it helps, you know, stopping OTKs. And you can also use some stuff to do synchro plays, and I really enjoy synchro summoning, exceed summoning. You know, I think Yu-Gi-Oh really matured and became a much more interesting game as the synchro format exists. If this wasn't a tier 0 format, and it definitely, if it had more interesting decks in the format, it definitely would have shot high to A. I think we'll talk about Edison. Edison is just the best form of Yu-Gi-Oh with a lot of cool interactive gameplay, with a lot of interesting deck building, and also interesting options provided by the extra deck. I really enjoy the extra deck a lot, and even if you like look at this, the highest format I really enjoy was Reaper format. Even that, or Reaper format and that versus Glad. These are formats that are before the Synchro era, and these are just B in my opinion. Without the Synchro and the extra deck, it's B. It's B at the end of the day. Like, it's kind of hard to just see and play Edison and just go back to these formats because, oh man, I love my white shining cards. Yeah, this is a definition of a tier 0 format. Not a whole lot changed, but I mean, Gardner can like also like stop attacks and stuff. And this format has a really interesting old school gameplay in the sense that you mustn't overcommit. You should like set 1 or 2 cards and pass, and when your opponent overcommits, then you should destroy their board with Heavy Storm and your own synchro monsters like Goyo, and then go for game. But if you fail to kill your opponent, then there's a high chance that your opponent might kill you after they top deck, I don't know, Allure, or maybe one of their tuners and synchro into a big bungus. That's also possible. And also, even if you like try to do some crazy stuff, your opponent might have gold. Oh wait, they actually did ban that.
Always doing this. I'm gonna lightning vortex pitching Necro Gardener. Gross. All right, sure.
Wow. Just to out the Krebons the lightning storm. That's crazy.
Being able to just like do this, you can do so many crazy things. Anything at resolution. Oh, you're good. All right, I'm gonna send these two to the graveyard. We're gonna grab ourselves a Goyo Guardian. Is that okay with you? That's fine. I'm gonna foolish burial here. Okay. I'm gonna send a Mizuki to the graveyard.
Yeah, none of that is enough to be game. That's super interesting about this format.
I got into the zombie fields. I forgot that. Oh, you can also play cards. I will send sure. You tell me number 2. Jesus Christ. Yeah, tell me number 2. Anything else? No, you're good. Sorry. Okay, let me see how we will. You're a little bit short. 200 off. Anyway, I slice it. But let me just make sure that's the case. I think maximum I am 300 off. You know, like colossal fighters or something. That's true. That's true. I know what your set's going to be pretty nice. Yes, my set's going to be pretty goddamn dope.
Yeah, this is the tier elements of old school Yu-Gi-Oh.
This bad boy in attack position, and we can Mizuki out the Goblin Zombie here. Is that smart? So we got 1 card in grave. If I
I'm not exactly just tier elements, but it's definitely one of the more strategic decks. In a vacuum,
Oh,
the mirror is definitely interesting.
Same goddamn deck.
How do we do this again?
Oh my god.
I was hoping you wouldn't see it.
I was hoping that this wasn't the case. Second.
Oh, wait, he lived, yeah.
The good thing is, I mean, at least now you know I'm on this. If I got
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that was also really close to an OTK, so maybe I'm kind of overestimating this format. But here's the thing, that can also just summon itself and pop the entire field and make a huge comeback.
Apparently I cannot do that the past 2 games.
So that's also one thing that's making this format really interesting, because even if your opponent has a full board and you're kind of getting your shit wrecked, you can just drop that and win in an instant.
Oh no, I'm going to
make their own go,
I
yo.
want to summon here. I don't know if it matters all that much.
And you also can just drop that I'm broken. Yeah.
I don't like really think it matters, to be honest. I'm thinking of these two, we are going to sync for a Thought Ruler Archfiend.
Yep, sounds good.
And I will drop a Dark Arm Dragon.
There he is.
He has appeared. So we're gonna go to battle. I will attack over.
Yeah, it's really
your-
cool because I think Stardust has its uses in the sense that it counters Dark Arm Dragon, but you also just attack with Dark Arm Dragon, destroy the Stardust, and then pop, which is really healthy card design because it makes it so that the player who summoned Dark Arm couldn't just destroy their board and then OTK. So yeah, there's a lot of very interesting game design decisions that Konami did.
And then I will go.
Konami and TCG did.
I don't know if it really matters all that much. Yeah, we'll go into you've got. So we'll banish our 2 Krebons. We'll kill your 2 dudes.
Yeah, this format's good. Yeah, it's tier 0 format, but I don't care. This is a good format. I might even put it above Reaper format just because it has synchros in it. I really love synchro. He knows Edison. Yeah, okay, it is my love. It says. I think the battle list was really good. I think Edison is the best that Yu-Gi-Oh has to offer. If people want to like play the best formats that Yu-Gi-Oh had, then I definitely think Edison is like the way to go. And yes, I know it has royal oppression, but who gives a shit? It's not very good. You can always like destroy. Was Dark Hole even legal? But you can always like destroy the field.
Prison, 2 bottomless trap hole, dust tornado, mirror force, royal oppression, solemn judgment, and trap dust shooting aside. We've got banisher, consecrated light, Sidra number 2.
Yeah, and there's also so much variety. You have Diva Hero, this Fire Dog thing format, and there's Black Wings, Light Sworn, sort of,
Lightning vortex,
and Monarchs.
down, light imprisoning mirror, pulling the rug, and torrential tribute. People
Yeah, this format's based. And there's also like certain beast deck you can build.
Duel. It definitely looks
Oh,
like Keeper. It definitely
Gravekeeper's
looks like
also
Let's
kind
go
of
ahead and do
legal,
card by
huh?
card. We have a Battle Fader just to do Commandant, which we can pitch some cards to add Necro Valor
What
to
is
hand.
this
It's basically
dog
a
shit?
monster, but it also
Yeah, this format is, I actually think, one of those Hail Mary and all the stars aligning, because it's so hard to find a format where it's diverse, but at the same time every single deck is cool. And I think Simu's deck is kind of on the cancer side, but it's fine. It's still a cool deck. But as I mentioned before, Black One's Lightsworn, Diva Hero, and all the other decks all are really fun to play individually, and they're all skill based. It's not like Goat where library FTK is the thing. I can just talk about how amazing this format is. Oh yeah, the cat format. I'm not gonna talk about that. I don't know much about it.
Already done.
I don't care. Edison's pretty cool. Wait. Oh wait, I pressed the wrong button. They actually played quite a few episodes of
I think
it.
this really constitutes a Blackwing.
Blackwing Dad. Yeah, like Blackwing Dad. That's also a legal deck in here.
In this series, both MBT and myself will be traversing the same.
This format is
Episode 412
amazing,
of what it
dude.
seems like is Edison format. To be
Machina.
fair, episodes have been fantastic. Tons of
Oh my god. It's so good. So good. Oh my god. Frog FTK. Fuck this shit. Okay. Speaking of E tier stuff, F tier. I think, yeah, Frog FTK is one of those, the TCG has successfully avoided that Exodia FTK format. But unfortunately, we did not avoid the Frog FTK format. I don't know if the OCG had a similar format. Maybe they did. But, oh my god, Frog FTK. It's so bad. It's kind of bad. Huh. 6-7 format. Yeah, I kind of didn't play this format.
at, like Anishi, which
But
is
it kind of looks good, honestly. I mean, look at this.
So you could force
Clouds are here.
stuff like, hey guys,
None of the cards. Oh man, I don't think this format might be playable. Huh.
knowing your opponent had Solemn's set. Inside we've got Kinetic Soldier, one guess as to
Yeah, Ryo's just, it's a fine card. You can just beat over with, crash it
so
with.
Gateway is at
Is this the famous 6-7 format? I don't know. Oh yeah, Tengu format. Tengu format. I also might put it at a Tengu format is kind of cool.
For you.
We'll see.
This
Hopefully this will be a
6M
little bit more.
format,
I will draw.
bro,
I'm going to start with everyone's favorite one of
bad.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like Shin
combat.
is
I'll attack the Grandmaster.
it's an annoying card, but like
So I'm going
it's
to
fine.
take
It's audible.
50, 1350. Do I take 1250 here if my math is right?
Gateway is
Yes, I'll
limited to
use-
one, so
I
it's
think Grandmaster
much
can make
fairer.
That's all I got, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, and also glad piece, a lot of selection. You can play X-Saber and stuff. Yeah, I'm not really well associated with this format,
Who's the counters on the gateway?
but it still looks really
The only
fun.
way I can kill the fucking kinetic
And
zone.
Dark Hole to out whatever bullshit
Everyone's gone.
and clear the field.
Now,
So
gateway, I will normal.
yeah, but I mean,
All
6
good.
is probably way stronger
Well, this was a fun game.
than anything else.
And I beat 3 back row.
But still, 6M is still a really cool card to play.
I will.
2K, you said.
2K.
He's on,
Yeah, this one was fun.
He's
It's
on
pretty
18.
cool. I probably should play this, but you know what? I'm gonna be nice. Yeah, it's kind of weird ranking a format that I didn't play this high, but yeah, damn, it looks fun. Tengu. I don't know. Tengu's yeah, the card Tengu is kind of busted, but at the same time, they also released a bunch of support for such a cool card. And look, it's worms.
Did not want your Worms X to be
It's
so
so cool.
double warding and triple W Nebula Meteorite. In the side, we've got
Worms are so
Dragon,
cool.
Dragon, Scraps of Judgment,
The place is cool.
Scraps of Nobleman to cross out a super polymerization to make Worms 0 in the
And
middle.
Tengu itself is kind of a busted card, and every
However,
deck
we're
plays
moving
it.
on to May of 2011. The second thing to happen,
Yeah, Tengu format, 6M format.
and only
But
Trishu
Tengu's like it's fine. It definitely has some offensive and defensive applications. Dark Hole removes all the bullshit that is on the field. Aris is also a really cool card. Duality is also a really cool competitive card that I love. They printed. It's one of my favorite cards that I used to play on Dueling Network.
And I'm excited. I think this is gonna be a lot
Around this era, I think I was actually 14 around this era, maybe. I don't exactly remember. No. I actually did go up against some of the Utopia decks, so maybe it was way later when I started playing on Dueling Networks. But yeah, part of Duality, I used it a lot. It's a pretty cool card. Thin Line is fine. It's still kind of busted, but it's fine. Yeah, but like that's fine. Compared to modern combos, it's actually kind of fine. Yeah, and also, you know, the X deck is pretty cool, pretty diverse. No, I love the strategies inside it. TG stun. Why is this called TG stun? Does it actually stun? Yeah, like you call it TG stun, but like it doesn't actually stun. It doesn't feel like a stun deck. Like the only stunning thing is here is Royal Oppression.
It has a lot of cool combos, and Granosaurus being a rank 3 for cards like Tour Guide that were released.
I don't know. I really don't want to rank this format simply because I don't know much about it.
And allowing
Oh yeah, it's the big bungus format. I actually think the MBT won in this episode. Dinorabbit.
Shockwave was released on November 15th, 2011.
It's kind of cool. Dinorabbit's kind of cool. It's one of the first Xyz era.
That's in December of Agent.
Oh yeah, they brought back BLS, and it was kind of fair. I mean, it has been really long since it was banned, but it's still like really strong. Yeah, like pretty cool card. Dolka, pretty cool card.
You can detach a material when your opponent's monster activates its effect, and you just negate the activation.
Dinosaur, DNA.
You're able to negate multiple things. Being able to just stick
Oh yeah, Maxi's here. It was always there, but I think in this format it's specifically good.
told me after.
Yeah, I still haven't played this format honestly.
Well, let's draw for turn first. Okay, that's like.
Well, from the looks of it, looks really cool.
Off gold sarcophagus.
Well, I
No.
see the rabbit eventually.
Eventually, and there it is.
Like, there aren't any
And I think
like
I am just going
thought to get
set one
bullshit.
card and throw it to you.
Alright, stand by me. I'm gonna try my hardest here. Let's
So
go ahead
that's
and-
good to know. And Ryo is fine.
Something 9. On
There's good enough removals.
Main phase 1, I
I
get
think if ignition effect priority was gone. And,
I love it.
next one would
The
be
control
Ignition
in
effect
this format is
Ignition
really
effect
cool.
priority, was the thing that used to exist in
this.
Gores is still playable.
Wait, what's torrential in this format?
And I think Gores is a healthy card. You know, letting your opponent direct attack.
That would make a much bigger decision.
It's a pretty hefty price. You have to take the damage, so it's not just there to stall. You'll eventually run out of life points.
Oh.
Lance is also a very extremely skill-based card. I love it.
We get to special summon another head heavy, but for once in my
Wow,
life,
this
I'm
cannon's awesome, awful.
Right, like they jet 3.
Oh yeah, they're talking about BLS. Yeah,
I'm gonna normal
but it's actually way more balanced compared to how it was in the Code format.
Stand by main.
Why did you
Warning the effect.
Oh, you have forced my hand, Alex.
Okay, shocker.
Yeah, like look at this. The gameplay is actually pretty cool. Like there's a lot of songs and stuff.
All right, behold, my second Doom caliber knight.
Dolka and whatever was Dolka, Silka, whatever has it has ammo. It detaches, so it doesn't just it's not just a stun deck.
Yeah, so I'll take 19 here.
Back to you.
We're trying. Main one.
Dex and Avarice is a cool card. Tengu format. Do I like it more than Tengu? Probably Dinorabbit. And I also like the Xyz cards, so them seeing a little bit of play is pretty cool.
Back to you.
I will. I'll set and I'll set. Go ahead.
Normal to redraft.
No response to something.
Oh, right, yes, I will return the redraft to my hand.
It is possible. Okay, I will draw. That's cool. I will set one. Pass turn.
Alright, MST, targeting this.
Shit. Yeah, right away. Circle. Shit. There goes my one.
Okay, 3 targeting one card.
Sure.
And let's make black rose. And let's attempt to win.
Mirror Force. Yeah. Oh, Judgment. No.
Okay.
I figured out how to beat this deck. You have to become Dinorabbit.
Yeah, there's a lot of judgments, and it's pretty cool. My judgment is it's a very skill-based card.
I had that mirror force. Part of me thinking like I should.
Yeah, I kind of getting a little bit of tired considering that this judgment card was available from the start of the game, but like, it's fine.
Avarice, heavy storm, which
And the spells and traps that have negations and just goes away is fine. And also the health point cost matters.
Sucks. Oh my god. Oh, I mean, obviously.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool cards like in this format.
Decks of all time, and I'm playing one of the longest lived ones. But I don't know how anyone.
You know, Tour Guide is pretty cool.
All right, Baylor main card we had was good old.
Oh yeah, Tengu is still there.
Still pretty good, but you have Tengu up, so.
Those kind of lag, yeah.
Alright, stand by main.
Sure.
See, we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Back to you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like the board was outed and
And
Simon's
I'm
just
going
gonna
to
come
smash
back
the
with
dice.
Smash Mouth.
I'm gonna normal saber source. Hit ranking. Yep. Second main also. Go ahead.
Already hold most power my deck.
That's fine.
Right, that's not bad actually. And we probably have saber source. We're lightning.
Yeah. Like the Xyz pool made it the game so much cooler. Like, yes, the synchro stuff was good. It was cool, and Xyz made it even more cool. And I actually think Xyz was also really balanced in this format. Yeah, sometimes like not every single Xyz monster has to see play. Like this card and this card, like the melee and stuff are quite balanced.
I'm going to.
This is such a cool card.
4, 5. I don't know. I actually know what I don't know what I'm talking about. What is like?
What is macro, at least? Main one. Yes. Normal tour guide. Special sand.
Ah, I see. Yep, that's fine.
Okay. I don't think we made this argument. That's the mains, but I'm just going with battle.
I'll take 2,000.
Okay. I will pass on that then.
Stand
All good. There it is. First I take the 7.
Yep, thank you.
Draw. We'll go Sangan to defense. Set one review.
Stand by.
All good.
Wow.
Oh, perfect. Let me just book. I guess I'll book my Sangan. Sure.
Ooh, no one cross out.
Right. That's thank you, bro. All right. Take 17 for Sangan. Take at least, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of gameplay. I mean,
This is where I'm probably dead. Show macro.
Would you like to use something?
Yeah, I'll get rid of it immediately.
Well, I can avoid this card?
I don't know if you're probably do that. Somebody take out. That's just well, which I this one. Okay, special use Tango. I will cold start.
Okay, let's save 2 turns, dude.
I'm going to get rid of Avarice. And I will pass. I have to live 2 turns though.
Yes, debris.
No! Shit!
Right, 0 there, 7, 4. They never did that. Thank you. Thank you.
oh shit,
Actually, look here.
that's actually no, that's not game.
It's definitely a fun game.
I mean, you can just attack. I mean, you. Oh yeah, there's no
Oh
use
my
of
god,
that.
good game, Avarice. I'm just honestly taking
Yeah,
chance to draw.
like yeah, due to the Dinorabbit, you have to play a lot of normal monsters. Normal monsters are kind of, but not bad. I actually really enjoy it. Do I think it's better than Tengu format, Bow? Just because it has Xyz monsters? Probably. I mean, Tengu wasn't that great. At least in here, you can kind of see that Tengu is not the most broken card ever. The Dinorabbit card is good, but you break on your normal monster, so it's much more balanced. And Grand Mole is fine. It's just a cute out, but you lose in tempo if you just only try to normal summon Grand Mole and hit. Nah, I'm not going to talk about windups. Gishki, Dino Fist. Maybe Dino Fist is kind of cool, but I guess. Okay, let's talk about Dragon Rollers. The 6M format is fine. I guess Dragon Ruler is something like here. Dragon Ruler tier 0. I still put it at A. Oh my god. Do I think it's better than Reaper format? Maybe. Simply because of the existence of the extra deck. I think the Dragon Rulers are really cool cards. They're just too strong. But it's kind of similar to tier element, right? In the sense that yes, it's a tier 0, but it's also a very skillful tier 0. And here, the Dragon Rulers are just such big
Lord of the
bunguses.
Tachyon Galaxy was released on May 7th.
Each of these cards has a second ability where if it is banished, you are able to add a dragon type monster.
Oh yeah, the stupid vanity's emptiness also is there. That kind of ruins the format, and also Maxi's here. Oh man. Oh man, I really hate to put it below Reaper format, but I almost feel like it should. Yeah. It's probably around here. I just saw emptiness and I was like, fuck this shit. And also Super Rejuvenation. Kind of a broken card.
Of the respective attribute of the one banished. So for instance, if
Maxi.
you're able to add a fire dragon to your hand, same thing goes for
Also, what the hell happened to all the removals? Like, oh yeah, it's because of that Rekiosec protects your stuff, so having a Dark Hole and stuff would be kind of bad. Or was Dark Hole bad? Like, Stick's fine, but it's... I think they also kind of relies on Jaugen a little too much. Yeah, like... Spellbooks, they kind of play solitaire and they just summon Jaugen and blow up your board. Not the most healthy style. I honestly kind of prefer the Dragon Rulers, if anything. Blue Eyes Rulers, what? No shot, Blue Eyes is meta. Lightsworn Rulers. I mean, maybe this format is actually kind of cool. Okay, I'm kind of like stalling a little too much. Dragon Rulers is fine. It's fine. Do I think... maybe it's actually better than Reaper. Honestly, who knows? Firewater format. I don't know about these formats. Okay, Clipboard. One format needs to be talked about. I think that's the Duelist Alliance format. Yeah, Duelist Alliance format is actually kind of really dope. Oh my god. Free Vanities! Why didn't they just ban this card? Like, without Vanities, this format would be amazing. Because, you know, she's also kind of cool. Okay, yeah, it has to win that, but... But like, all these kind of new Exist monsters are so cool. And also, yeah, Soul Charge. Wow, losing to your own Vanities. Oh man. It's so funny. Listen to your own vanity. Okay, what's so amazing about this format? Okay, maybe the Shadows and I'm a Pendulum guy, so I guess I was kind of hyped, but it's probably better than Dragon Ruler Tier 0, honestly. 6-7 Tango. Vanity is just too much. I think Duelist Alliance is here. And also, yeah, Soul Charge. Duelist Alliance format's probably here. Still an based format. But, okay, Necros. Let's just talk about the Tier 0 format, Necros. It's probably worse. I also might like it even less than here. Necros is probably like tilde Tier 0. Yeah, I know people are kind of crazy about Necros. Maybe it's here. Maybe it's a little better, but like Jin is such a piece of shit, but it's not the end of the world. Necros Tier 0 format. You know, Rituals being a Tier 0 format, that's kind of cool. And it also has some interesting application that it's also a really good deck going first and going second. Going first, you can also like not floodgate your opponent. I mean, you can do that, but you can also like protect your own boards with certain cards. Huh, they actually unlimited wider. Unlimited this, huh?
But notably, we're playing some terrible cards
Jin.
and Dragon Master Knight for specific Kaleidoscope setups. Let's jump into the games. I'll throw it over to Simo for the rest. Well,
Jin's kind of shit.
Once again, welcome to the end 18.
I'll fucking take 18. What are you crazy?
Yeah, go.
Stand by me.
Huh, Secrets of Eternity format. I'm actually kind of curious about that because that might actually be a really good format.
That's exactly what it does. All right, so use the effective Valk. We will pitch it, and I do have to banish a Necros from my graveyard. So.
Oh yeah, Necros is obvious, right? No, Jin is a piece of shit, and that's it. Let's talk about Secrets of Eternity. It was released in 2015. The report cards in this. Okay, yeah, the meme, the legend. Firefly was released. Yeah, this format's kind of cool. Yeah, I need a hero. Hero is playable, therefore this format is good. I mean, Dark Cloud is that much of a healthy card. It's a microcosmos, it's just one-sided. And it also like destroys cards from your opponent's hand. Yeah, not bad. Like, yeah, Variant is still legal, but it's not the biggest issue. I think Maxi got banned too. So this one was actually kind of good. Yeah, I'm gonna stop the video now. Yeah, Mass Change is such a cool card. It allows a lot of the hero fusion plays, and you can summon any masked hero with it.
So then I get my Dev search. I will grab myself Altair.
So in that sense, it creates this really interesting, cool gameplay aspect.
Oh, okay. I'll draw another card.
We will overlay the Shadow Mist and the
I almost want this kind of Mass Change format to be really good in modern Yu-Gi-Oh too, like
yeah, welcome. And we'll make
a bunch of like masked hero monsters in the extra deck, and you just use the mass
But you could have very easily killed me if I didn't have that compulsion.
Yeah, no, I was kind of hoping you wouldn't. All right, back
mass
to
transformation or whatever, and just summon that.
Oh, good.
Main. All right. Wow, they're just straight up. Isn't
Any monster from your extra deck, any masked hero.
12th monster in your hand that makes the difference here.
When I
That's
need
cool.
to go, 'cause I didn't draw it. That's correct. Normally, activate it. Yes. Normally, activate it. Yes. With Dev, I grab myself another Altair. Let's overlay. We're gonna go for. What do you like the best? I like 1/1. He's pretty cool.
Sorry, yeah.
Can we use Dex?
Yeah, what are you targeting?
I'm going to gobble up Exaton.
Oh, of course.
And I will get him underneath. There we go. Let's go snatch the leader.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I will activate Dex. Thank you.
21.
44, 65.
Yeah, I can like one of them with call. I can't like.
Ouch, that was still really fast. I guess in terms of defensive options, you really don't much have a lot of things, aside from Call of the Haunted.
New ban list, by the way. New ban list. Cross out
So
Dex.
I think that's one of the things that's like plaguing modern Yu-Gi-Oh! In the sense that
It's normal Goblinberg.
these
special
cards, Konami just decided, I think blocking out zone is such a great way to go first. No, it's not. Just if you're making a going first deck, I think the going first deck just should protect its field and try to use certain defensive moves consistently to avoid getting OTK'd.
Kill you, and the other is do this. E-call, grab Bubble Man, special Bubble Man, and then we will overlay. I don't know what we're making. I think Ragna Zero is really funny. There's not really a good one outside of that. Yeah, let's go Ragna Zero. Yeah, let's just pass here.
And also, cards like Judgment and stuff is pretty cool.
You want to get that out of
Then again, Omni Negates are also kind of getting old.
I'm gonna go normal. Nothing. I'm gonna set 3.
That's not what I was thinking.
Normal Vega.
That's fine.
Activate it.
Also fine.
Special Dev. Trigger that. I will add Altair.
I'm gonna try Vertical.
Okay, we go for it.
Let's find out.
Of course, the problem is my what I play is probably going to lose any background have. Doesn't mean. Well, I mean, one of the best ones.
1/1 is fine.
Let's fire 1/1. I will attempt to target your draw.
Yeah.
Did not think we did this. Holy shit.
You do
Okay.
get damage,
Oh, yes, it is. Oh, I'm
we'll draw for turn. We'll go Sandwing. I'm going to Lance Yarmark. I'm going to fire Ragna Zero. Yeah, there's no good way to do this. We'll go here. That's white.
93. Oh, no, 8
I guess I go combat attack. You always have detach and I get the draw these.
Yeah, and also Silent Honor are such great removal. The Slash still is here,
MST targeting.
but it's fair.
Yep.
Really, look at this. It's fair.
I think
Yeah, I think this is the January 2015 when they brought back Snatch Steel.
probably just pass.
But I actually really like it.
Set one back to you.
Draw. Now, set 1. Go ahead.
I love you, man. That's interesting. I'm only using this. Yeah, I'll special bubble.
Sure.
Wax for 45. That's I really like it for a second. Let's go for the
That is fine.
Go for the
So this is 100% lethal. I will compulsively arm.
I'm going to take back to you.
All right.
Yeah,
Brian, go ahead.
there's a lot of really good removals in this format. I think
Good.
formats with removals are great. Hero is great.
I will set one and pass it back.
Could be literally anything.
We'll do it here.
Firing it now. Yep.
Yeah, Series of Eternity sounds really fun. Thank you for my title. You know what? For the memes, Secrets of Eternity was released and blah blah blah. If Hero is fun to play and playable, and you also have some other cards like the Burning Abyss and stuff, that's kind of cool. I think January, February. Yeah, I think the February format was actually really good. Right before Necros came.
You're not going to grab shit.
I just have to survive.
And this format is really good.
Probably not going to last very long. If I hit.
We'll love to play this format. Yeah, so maybe pause Cosmo. Pepe, I think we need to talk about the Pepe. Yeah, people just remember all the tier 0 formats, huh? Here's the thing.
Once they saw the very first
Pendulums are actually kind of cool, and I think,
every single turn,
this format, despite being a tier 0 format, is still kind of cool. Fortunately, Pendulums create OTKs so easily. Going second might actually be good, kind of good in this format. Then again, Vanities is also a thing. What do I think about this? Maxi, it's fine. It's kind of fun, but also I almost kind of dislike it way more than Dragon Ruler Tier 0. Mainly because in Dragon Rulers, you can actually counterplay. There's both strategies in going first and second. I think this format kind of
right around the corner. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you.
Like the way pendulums work in Master Rule 4 is so impressive.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it either.
King of the Pharaoh.
And it also like
We're gonna
becomes an OTK phase so freaking fast.
But you'd be wrong. We're actually playing a much worse card. We're playing Masked Chameleon.
But then again, True Clown is a cool defensive card.
Detach the Juggler on Trapeze to target King of the Pharaoh imps. So that's 46.
Okay, maybe I'm okay. Yeah, I think it's good, Pepe. Yeah, I think it's a bit worse than Reaper format, but I think it's still it's formatable. It has its own enjoyable aspects.
71 and the Masked Chameleon as well. I can advance the Damage Juggler to go get a fucking hat trigger if I want to keep going, but this is lethal. I guess you could potentially have fucking Damage Juggler, but
nothing.
There we go. Okay. That was fun.
Then again, I kind of like really hate this OTK festival. Like the pendulum monsters reach the 8,000 attack points so easily. Oh man, I actually think it's way worse than Teledad. Honestly, yeah, it's probably something here. It doesn't. It's so weird because it doesn't have Jin. It doesn't have. Like it has vanities, but vanities was always there. So in that sense, I think the OTK festival of Pepe is just not really fun.
I guess my better judgment. I'm gonna go first again.
So whoever goes second, like going second is actually kind of like really good.
That's gonna be a lot harder. What else can we do? Damage?
I mean, I really shouldn't hate it, but
In comes
nah,
Seraphonite.
not a big huge fan of this. Okay, now more recent format. Let's talk about more recent format, and I think the format that I participated in was the Dragoon format. I mean, there was never really a Dragoon format. I guess the real format was the Tribe Brigade format. I guess Tribe Brigade versus Sword Soul, something like that. Was it 2000? How is it like that? What was it like? I kind
He's
of
able to do
don't
just these very
remember.
unfair things like with-
Yeah, it's back when Imperial Order was banned. I think after Imperial Order is
What's going on, guys?
banned,
It's Simo, the new
the forum
viewer.
became really better.
This is upon us.
Before
We just got
then, it
notification.
was kind of
A few minutes ago, we jumped on, and we are going to see.
because Skilled Rain Imperial Order was dictating a lot of games.
But when you back that up with the fact that I think they're really going after all of the top decks,
Yeah,
I'm curious to see what else we
after
wow,
Simoke
look
was
at-
banned and after certain stuff happened, the forum became better. I guess the Tri Brigade. It was a really cool format, in all honesty. Tengu format, Dinorabbit. Is it as fun as Secrets of Eternity? I don't know, maybe not. It's probably around here. Yes, 2021 February format.
Big the
No,
launch.
Simoke
The
just
thing
got
is, yeah, this is
banned,
ridiculous,
and
but there's a lot of
Imperial
progress
Order
in the future.
also
Let's
got
go ahead and continue
banned.
on, see if anything else
And
we can
it
find
was a
here.
good
Does it
balance.
look like it? Okay, no more monsters anyway. Anything
It
in the stealth
helped.
department. There is a
Okay, did you MBT post anything here? March 2021. Wait, Dino was crazy in this format. Wait, this is before. Yeah, I think what I'm trying to say is after Mystic got banned. That's the format that I was talking about. Otherwise, it's kind of a dinosaur festival. Like after that Dino Mystic ban, it kind of became way more interesting. I kind of want to talk about that format. Okay, MBT. Okay, I really don't want to talk about showcase videos of the World Championship because it's manual Yu-Gi-Oh and you can't read all the card text.
As well. But
Yeah,
since
Drop
most
Tron,
made it in,
Dragon
I'd
Link.
like to welcome
I
back-
think this format's really good. July 2021. Yeah, and they also made Dragon Link hit a part of Dragon Link and made it a bit weaker. So it's Tribal versus Dragon Link. I don't know, it's something like that. I really don't know how this format should be called. It was so diverse.
Only Ceraminon. Big deal.
Yeah, Practice was also here.
Which hasn't been
Go to
used
battle.
yet.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, Tribal 9, Phantom 9, Drytron. Oh yeah, this format is kind of bangers. This is back when the Lyrilisk stuff was being released. Yeah, I think this format was kind of really dope. Dragon Link. September 2021. Yeah, I think this is an 8-year format. September 2021. Yeah, this is back when Crossout Designator was finally released, but and it didn't do shit. But more importantly, the lureless cards came, and it was only represented as 9%. This format is so diverse. It's kind of insane. And, like, none of these decks are like awful. Yes, there are some floodgate bullshit, stun Eldritch too. And Rytron is Rytron, you know, it goes first and just creates a bunch of boards and negation boards.
Oh, what a glorious
Invoked was good. Invoked was a fine
day.
deck.
And what a glorious song.
Virtual World lost VFD and it was much more healthier.
2021, we watching the top 16. We got 2 Phantom Knights, 2 at Imposter.
Generator, huh? Yeah, there's a lot of also tribal variants.
Undefeated 8-0 B Trooper. Big surprise, you know, chat has been pretty vocal about what they want to see, and I can't fault them for that.
Yeah, like it's kind of funny. Like we were complaining about, oh, you know, Happy's Feather Storm is such a broken card. It should be banned. And now we have zone locking. And before then we had tier 0 format. It's kind of funny. Yeah, this when the B Troopers were released, and it was kind of good. But it's also not very good. You know, Tri Brigade was still the best deck by a small margin. But you know, it managed to compete. Yeah, I think I actually watched this tournament, and it was pretty cool. But no, B Trooper didn't win. I think Tri Brigade won. Oh wait, no. Mystic Mine won. This is back when Mystic Mine was legal, right? Or not? Yeah. Mystic Mine freaking won this format. Maybe this format wasn't that good because Mystic Mine was still legal, and it occasionally won a tournament like this.
I have never played a competitive RL event like that. Can you
Oh
imagine if you
man.
undefeated in Swiss, you just get to whittle your die roll?
But whatever.
That's
We're not going to count Mystic Mine. It's not always great.
Something that 2 4s meant potentially Raiders United. We saw the Requiem Dark Rebellion Disease Dragon, which is like 5 or 6 monster.
Oh yeah, Phantom Knights was in the finale. And I think the other player is Mystic Mine player? Or am I mistaken?
I was gonna send a sword here, sorry, a fog blade here, which already activated, but putting engrave's not bad.
Because why is Mystic Mine player playing Ghost Spell?
Whoa, that was
Nah, I think I saw this one. They go, like, the opponent's going to drop a Mystic Mine right now.
If they're on links, might be effective.
Oh wait, no.
Alright, let's try
What?
it out. One thing that's not very good against
Oh, it's
Brackets.
brackets. Oh wait, maybe I didn't watch this. I think I'm just having a really bit of a deja vu. But yeah, this format is good. It's also so diverse to the point that Mystic Mine was not good.
Hope that's good enough.
So yeah, fantastic format. Okay, and I think Tri Brigade is a really cool deck. But yeah. Okay, go, Synchro Storm, 10 go Adventure. Oh yeah, the Adventure Engine. Huh, I never really liked the Adventure Engine, to be honest. Yeah, it's probably going to be here, Adventure Engine era, when the Adventure Engine was released. Yeah, it's probably something like Adventure Era plus DPE, I think. Like, Dragoon was still always there, but it was never good.
Welcome back to the top cut of the January 2 Hero.
Yeah, Adventure Engine has an Omni Negate,
Tri Brigade, Adventure ABC, and Cyber.
and it's just creates so much advantage.
The only
Not the biggest
I
fan.
am doing phenomenally today.
Yeah, everyone's playing Adventure Engine. Not a big fan. Not a big fan of the Adventure Engine, and not a big fan of the fact that how it's so broken. Maybe it was worse than Dragon Link format.
Where they are going with this.
So it was just Dragon, like Adventure Time for quite a long time, huh? Yeah, Branded came in. Oh, welcome back. Yeah, Danny's here. Finally.
I personally.
Yeah, this one was interesting. I think Branded was honestly a fair deck. I still kind of really like Branded as a deck because it only ends on Mirror J. It doesn't actually have any negates. Despite that, it's very strong deck.
Never lost again. They're gonna be playing the undefeated.
I mean, Mirror J's design is pretty
good
cool.
luck to them. I hope that it goes
Like
well.
destroying all your opponent's stuff during the end phase, just having destruction and stuff. Yeah, I thought that Brandon will be in the semifinals, maybe in the finals. It's probably going to win.
DP is quite strong.
Oh yeah, DP is
Not sure if
still
he'll be able to help him
here.
follow up, though.
Oh man, this is back when Murti was legal. Oh man, that's the thing, I guess. Yeah, Branded came 2022. Like TP, Verte was, and the Adventure Engine was still all legal. So it's like I never really am a big fan of Verte. But it's fine. I really liked Verte when it was only a Dragoon engine. DP, after it came, everyone just kept playing it. It's kind of boring. And I don't think DP is the most amazing, interesting card ever. I know I'm a huge tier element fan, but tier elements at least kind of more feels a little more skill based than just DP Turbo. Format that I definitely know, which is tier elements versus Bright format. Tengu format. What's better than Tengu? I don't know. I might actually put it down here, but I don't know. I kind of prefer tier elements over DP and stuff. I really love tier elements. It's a very skill-based card, and it was also really balanced back when it was competing against Sprite. That format I actually kind of really like. I don't think it was as cool as the Tri-Brigade Literalist era, but all of these formats are still A. Then Runic came. Oh yeah, this is the funniest tournament ever. Runic Stun won this. Yeah, this is the Danger Tier Element format. But yeah, that's the thing about these formats. When I'm ranking them, I'm not exactly putting them reducing their score based on how many bullshit decks there are. Because if I count that, then there should be a lot lower. Their score should be a lot lower because Mystic Mine is still legal, and also Runic Stun is a thing. And as you saw, at least in the Ishizu Tier 0 format, Runic Stun was never good enough to beat Ishizu Tier. So in that sense, I actually kind of prefer Ishizu Tier. We should never kind of have to see this bullshit Mystic Mine nonsense. Okay, so yeah, we all know this this format. What do I think about honestly? Here's the thing. From an inner vacuum, in my own personal opinion, I really enjoy piloting Ishizu Tier Element. I think Danger Tier Element is fine to pilot, it's pretty cool, but Casino Tier is kind of random, right? And I'm not a huge fan of the Danger monsters. I'm a huge fan of the Ishizu monsters, but the Danger monsters are kind of blah, they're fine, but I don't really get much satisfaction in using them. Ishizu Tier on the other hand, it's pretty fun. I really wanted to play that goddamn Ishizu Tier mirror match, but unfortunately I couldn't manage it because for some reason people just don't play Ishizu Tier online when I'm playing Ishizu Tier online myself. So, in terms of the actual Tier 0 format, I think it's good. Honestly, I think it's good. Is it better than Tengu? Probably. Isn't it as fun as Dinorabbit? Maybe not. Tier element versus tier element Shizu tier. Yeah, the thing with the tier element versus Sprite is that, well, I'm not that big of a fan of Sprite. I mean, the Sprite is kind of cool. What am I saying? But yeah, Danger tier isn't the greatest thing ever. Actually, you know what? I actually kind of really like tier. Tengu format is whatever. Dragon Link, I didn't play it, so I probably shouldn't rank it that high. Maybe it's not that super amazing. Tri-Brigade Literalist format was really great. But then again, Tri-Brigade Literalist tries to put up so many negates. It plays so similarly to goddamn Drytron, add infinitum and just creates this negation board and just wins the game. I kind of really don't like how long its combos take, how it tries to create these negation boards. So in that sense, people can hate me, but I might put it at here. It's not as good as Edison. I don't think it is. I think the Literalist Tri-Brigade thing is that it's fine. Even if Tri-Brigade Literalist is a super heavy combo that tries to create a negation board, it's not that oppressive. It's not that broken. Dinorabbit is pretty cool, yeah. Probably something like this. Maybe it's, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think it's probably out here. Yeah, I think, and the current Kashtira format is going to be something like 6-4 Duelist Alliance. Is it better than Duelist Alliance? I really hate Kashtira. The fact that Labyrinth is meta is pretty cool, but, now, we're going to have a better format, okay? Konami has to respond to all these Kashtira criticism and ban Shangri-La and Arise Heart. If they ban Shangri-La and Arise Heart, then Labyrinth will be the best deck, or maybe branded one or the other. And the format will be great. It will be amazing because Labyrinth is a fantastic deck. I think it's this. The only S tier is Edison format. A tier is Tribal Tierlist, Secrets of Eternity, Dinorabbit, Eternal Nishizo tier. Yes, I know it's tier 0, but I don't give a shit. This format is fun as hell. It was skill based. I don't give a damn. Tier 10 is Tearlament Sprite. Tearlament Nishizo tier is the best tier 0 format of all time. And Dragon Link is pretty good. Tengu format is good. Branded came. But everyone was playing Adventure Ranger and DP. I'm not a huge fan of that. Birthday is whatever. It's not that. Those lines pretty cool format. Kashtira format sucks, but whatever. Honestly, is it better than Dragon Ruler tier? Probably worse. Only because of Labyrinth that I'm putting this Kashtira versus Kashtira sucks. Okay, you know what? Fuck Kashtira. I'm going to put it around here. Like it's at B, and it's solely at B because of Labyrinth. If Labyrinth didn't exist, then like Kashtira was the only decent deck, and we were in a pure tier 0 format, then yeah, I will be putting this at F or something. Honestly, maybe it's even worse than Necros. Yeah, it's probably here. Fuck Kashtira. It's Shangri-La bullshit. So yeah, Dragon Link, there's the Adventure Engine and DP is still being used with branded. But I think it's fine. And Duels, Lines, 6M, Dragon Ruler Tier 0, Reaper format, that versus Gladbeast, Teledat. I mean, to be fair, that versus Gladbeast could be arguably better than Reaper format. But nah, I think Reaper format deserves it. Dragon Ruler, this Teledat, Pepe Tier 0. Kashtira format sucks. So it's at B, but you know, Labyrinth is still there. Labyrinth is pretty cool. Necros, 0. Tier 0 format. The Jin is kind of a bitch. Go format is cool. It's the only C tier, I just realized. But it's so much hand destruction nonsense. BLS is broken. And yeah. And also you have like 20 or so cards that are exactly the same in each deck. Lat format. That tiers. Yeah, that tier 0 is D tier, yeah. Tell that tier 0 is actually way more fun. Strateg U in Kaba, Legend of Blue Eyes. Yeah, these are all the magic roll, blah blah blah. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and it's been a little bit of a long time. But I think I managed to rank all the important formats.